Today's very special session, we have two leading teachers of Dr. and Master Shah who are going to be joining us to empower us, to uplift us, and to show us what it is possible for your healing and transformational journey. So let me introduce to you Mayur Shah and David Lush. They are the ones who are going to be sharing with you amazing wisdom and teachings. But before then, we would love to see you on camera. So if you can turn on your cameras, we would love to be able to be part of the field together with you. You can be able to experience more of the love and light that is coming through. So Mayur and David were previously the leading teachers together of the London Centre, which is what we are in right now. David went to Toronto. David is now back for this weekend to share with you incredible wisdom together with Mayur. So Mayur has been with Master Shah for almost 14 plus years as one of Master Shah's leading teachers, and he has incredible business background. He has a very successful fashion company, but he is also an incredible human being. He has a great heart of service, extremely humble, and deeply, deeply connected and determined to serve others from his heart and soul. And David Lush has been also with Master Shah for many, many, many years, almost, I think, over 20 years now. And David Lush has been traveling all around the world. He served thousands of people with Master Shah's techniques. He is one of Master Shah's, he is the leading teacher for Tao Hands. He is also a leading teacher of Master Shah's Tao Wisdom, and so much more. So we really are very, 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 very grateful, very, very blessed to be able to have both of them here today. So without further ado, let me welcome David and Mayur. Welcome! Yay!
Hello everyone, happy to be here with all of you. Happy to be here with you, Mayur.
Well, welcome back, David.
Thank you.
So let's start.
It's going to be exciting time. Everyone online, put your videos on. We would love to see you. There's Elizabeth in Germany. There's Anna, Kiri, Jamie. Yeah, some of you are going to be at this workshop this weekend. Hopefully all of you in London will be coming. Elizabeth is in Germany. And yeah, we're excited. There's Harsha Galaya. So how's everybody doing tonight? Are you good? We're good? So Mayur, Mayur has questions for me, everybody.
Yeah. David has a very interesting story, how he came into Master Shah's teachings many years ago.
2004.
Yeah, wow, over 20 years. And he was suffering from a condition for which there is no cure in Western medicine. And he suffered from a young age, very young age, a young boy. And when you're young, it's a very frightening one. As an adult, maybe you can talk to others. As a young boy, because you might think this is normal. And
well, I didn't think it was normal, but I also didn't talk to anybody.
So, share with us, David, what was going on in your mind, and what problems was it creating for you, and what caused you to search for help? Because though they told you that there's no cure, still David kept that hope in his heart that there could be something for him.
So for those of you who don't know or may not know, I'm originally from California. I'm a California boy, and Californians are generally, many of us are very open, we're very outgoing people. We just talk to whoever, that's our nature. But in this case, I didn't want to talk to anybody. And what happened was I started to have these negative thoughts, like anything, like if you don't move this way, the other team will score a goal, which, in third, fourth grade, that sounds pretty big. It maybe sound trivial when you're an adult, but as a kid, it could be very big to you, what you view as big. And then they want to score their goal if I move this way. And then it turned into counting fours and multiples of fours. And till one day there was a young girl in the city nearby kidnapped. And it was all over the news, and it was very scary. And actually, if you look at the data these days, kidnapping is still very big. The amount of women and children that can be kidnapped and put into like unfortunate situations, whether it's like sexual abuse, sexual slavery, whatever they call it, it's higher than you may think, right? So it is a real issue. And I would have these thoughts, you're going to be kidnapped, molested, killed, again and again. And literally, though, the chemicals, the fight or flight response is rushing through your being like it's real. Even though there's not a real physical threat inside your system, there is a real physical response, like there is a threat. And so after about 3 years of telling no one and just going down this rabbit hole, it just spun so far out of control that my parents, obviously for a long time, even though I tried to hide it, knew something was off, took me to a psychiatrist, and I had to take a multiple choice test. And I say to this day, this is the only test I never studied for. I knew all the right answers. But you have two voices, right? One says, answer it wrong so you don't get diagnosed with something. Because when I'm taking the test, it's very clear I have something and there's a name for it. And if I answer it correctly, I'm going to be diagnosed with whatever it is. One voice says, answer them intentionally wrong. I said, just answer it correctly and find out what it is. Well, I listened to the voice that said answer correctly, and then I was diagnosed with OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder. And I literally remember the night I was told. It was after my parents' work. We went into this office that was on, you would say, the first floor in London, right? And California is the second floor, right? First is ground, second's one. And I went in and I was ready for it. I was quiet, I was angry. The doctor told me, and I think I said every bad word you could think of. I cussed everybody out. I ran out of the office onto the balcony, and I just looked at the sun and moon, and I just cried and cried and cried and cried and cried. Of course, mom and dad are really worried. I mean, one, that behavior is totally unacceptable and will create you bad karma. Let me just paraphrase that. Two, it really happened. And so I remember driving home, and I just wanted to talk. I went to talk to my parents, and I just kind of went through it, and be diagnosed at 13 and know something's wrong and not really know what's going to happen. Okay, I get therapy, I get counseling, whatever. And they talked about medication, but there were lots of side effects, including the potential of stunning your growth. And basically in the first part of the therapy, whatever the doctor advised, I did the opposite. I was a very difficult patient. I would be like, no, I'm not doing it. But I reflected upon my life, and I said, and I remember this, because you start thinking when something's wrong, whether it's OCD or you have back pain, you have a medical issue, you can't move like you used to, or you get depressed, whatever. You start to reflect upon your life, the way it was, or maybe the way you wanted it to be, the way you thought it would be. And I thought about the medication, and my parents studied it, of course. talked to me about the potential side effects, didn't really necessarily want me to do it either, because of the potential side effects and the stunning of the growth, at that young age. But I remember my mom was driving in the car down the road, and I had been thinking about it, and the voice was like, you're going to die, you're going to be killed. And I just got to the point where I was fed up with my life. Being controlled, being a slave, being in this inner prison. Like no way out. And it's one thing to be physically controlled and abused, which is horrible. But when you're in your, not physically controlled and abused, but you're inwardly controlled and abused, it's horrible too. I'm not saying one is worse than the other. I'm just saying they're both very painful. And I spoke back to the voice. I just said, I may die, but I'm not going to live my life this way anymore. And that is the moment I made a decision that things are going to change or I'm going to die. And that's not an easy thing to make at 14 when you had whatever your dreams were back then and whatever you thought it would be. And it just got crazier. The voices, everything just got worse. And I made the decision to go on medication. It did stunt my growth. I was supposed to be about 6'1", and not there, which is fine. It's not like I shrunk. I don't remember it. But that was a critical moment where I wasn't going to be satisfied with the status quo. And so I got on some medication. It didn't work until the brand name Anafranil, the worst drug, worked. It numbed me I felt like it numbed the intensity of what I was going through by about 25-30, where I then forced myself to not count, not touch, and to break that. But the obsessions continue in other ways, where it's like people say things, you feel disrespected, you get in a fight. And I'm not a spiritual teacher that was like meditating by a tree or a cave or whatever. I've been in multiple fights. I am lucky to be alive. I live somewhat of a, lifestyle where I'm grateful to be alive. But then I met Master Sha and the whole universe opened. And I had a choice. Let me share with you something. One of the things we do about this work, it will challenge your belief system to your core, possibly. I remember I'm in an event with Master Sha. I'm hearing about these like so-called, what I would call miracle stories. I'm seeing things happen in front of your eyes. And it's not just this is happening in front of my eyes. I am now faced with a choice. And it was not a choice I went there for. But my choice was very simple. I always knew deep down inside I was going to heal. I didn't know how, when, or where. But I had a choice. Either I go for it now, which means I've got to let go of what I thought my life would be, or I turn my back to it and continue living the conditioned life of suffering. And it wasn't only that choice. I had to make a decision to reevaluate what was possible in the world and for my life. Because we've read books. Many of us have read books. I read some of the Bible. I was Catholic. Some of you might have read the Bhagavad Gita? Some of you might have read some Buddhist sutras. And you hear about these miracle stories. But bam, when it's in your face, it's a whole different ballgame. It's real. It's here in front of you. And now you've got to do something. I have literally seen that whole process someone goes through. I've just seen people walk out at the door. They can't handle it. It's like to reevaluate what you thought was real and believe for 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years, and now you got to make a whole different choice and pathway. That could be too much for some people. Like we were talking today in the car, and like some Buddhist practitioners I've met say only you can clear your own karma. No one else can help you. There's that belief. And I looked at them, and they say, how is this possible? I said, there's always more than one way. There's at least two ways. Everything, we're in yin-yang world. They say, but I didn't deserve, how can I deserve this? I don't believe it's possible. I said, look, when there is, I said, could Buddha clear karma? Yeah, but that was Buddha. Could Kuan Yin? Yeah. Jesus? Well, yeah. I said, why can't it be again? I said, well, there's always some real ones. But then they sometimes they challenge more, and this is what I say to them. They say, but I'm supposed to suffer for this, blah, blah, blah. I said, look, that's your negative. Do you not have positive karma? Your positive karma actually brought your positive karma so good it brought you into the possibility you actually could receive this? They go, oh, they don't know what to say at that point. I said, did you forget you have good karma? I said, if you didn't have this good karma, you don't even have this opportunity to get an aspect released. You still got to do your work. They don't know what to say anymore. Because we have these belief systems and whatever that are set up that condition us, and then we suffer. That was a very long answer to your question. Okay. we devised, he asked me some questions like 20, 30 minutes ago, and now we're supposed to have short answers.
So, David, I must say, very fortunate you met Master Sha.
Beyond.
And
fortunate enough to realize this was my opportunity. Because I have literally seen some people get up out of wheelchairs, or they were somewhat blind or blind, they could see more, and you never see them again.
Mm-hmm. I want to ask you, what do you think your life would have been if you hadn't met Master Sha? What do you think would have happened to you?
It would have continued to spiral downward, out of control, more and more out of control. Because the anger grows anger. And one of the things that anger is not part of the OCD cycle. It's for fear, worry, and anxiety. But when you can't control your life, or you feel controlled, you get angry. And when you're angry, anger grows anger, just like love grows love. I would have got angrier. I would have got more wild. And I know I'd be dead. Yeah, for sure.
Wow.
My life was not sustainable.
What about some people who don't have your level of challenge, mental problem, but in society nowadays, in UK, they say so many people have been diagnosed with ADHD and other challenges now. What about somebody who has some kind of mental challenge, let's call it either funny thoughts, negative thoughts, or something
Let's
else?
take a poll. How many of you have negative thoughts? Raise your hand. I think most everybody's hand should be up. How many of you have negative thoughts to yourself? I'm horrible, I can't do a good job, I'm stupid, I'm fat, I'm ugly, I'm more beautiful than you are, but I really don't feel it. I want to tell my lie to myself. Most people, you have negativities in your head.
Oh, okay. So,
how many have negative thoughts about others? How many have negative thoughts about the weather? It's been beautiful these last 2 days, eh? I realize I'm starting to become more Canadian since I moved there. I start to say A now. It's like you say a statement and with a question. It's been beautiful today, eh? Or instead of saying, don't you think it's beautiful? It's like in Hawaii, they say yeah. They do it, instead of A, they say yeah. They go, oh, it's a beautiful day, yeah?
So, David, actually I was quite surprised. So many people raised their hands.
I'm not.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
But Mayur, you've had periods of negativity in your head.
yes, of course, everybody goes through.
Exactly.
Yeah. But people who have these challenges, but do you think that sometimes, since they don't know or they don't believe, then they just, they settle for their current situation?
For sure. People get conditioned, just like, the studies like the rats get conditioned, right? We get conditioned to our lives, to our comfort zones, even when they're painful. And when it comes time to make a big transformation, the challenges arise, or could arise, internally and externally. Internally, let me just give you an example that many people know, like exercise and working out. We know when we haven't worked out for a while, that first 2, 3, 4 weeks are brutal. You're going to be sore, you're going to be in pain, you've got to eat well, you got to tell your partner, your family members, I'm not going to eat those cookies with you anymore. You really got to work hard to create a change socially, internally, in your life schedule and more. And many people don't see it through. Gyms make their biggest profit on the members that pay and don't show up. How many of you have been a member of a gym and paid and didn't show up every month? Raise your hand, be honest. Yeah, look, they're in the room. There's like 80 or 90%. Look online. You are the best paying customer because you bring no cost to the gym whatsoever. You don't use the machines, you don't wear them down, you don't use the bathrooms, you don't whatever. You're just a profit. The least profitable customer are the ones that go 7 days a week, work out 2 hours a day, twice a day, and use up everything. Those are the least profitable ones, but there's more profitable ones. So when you go to healing and transformation, you face something similar. Oh, but I have no time. Oh, but I have plans. Oh, but that's not the way my life schedule is. What do you mean I have to wake up 30 minutes earlier to do a practice now? I'm so tired, I need sleep. Oh, what is it that, why do I have to now not watch my TV show I like to watch? Oh, but I gotta tell my partner I gotta work out, I can't cook dinner on this night for him or her anymore. Blah, 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 blah. The initial resistances are hard. But if you, just like going to the gym, if you create the breakthrough past that first initial, then it turns into a flow. You start to feel results, you feel better. Now you can continue on. But many people have been conditioned, they have settled for the way it is and not the way it could be.
So if they can overcome that, then they could have a huge transformation.
Potentially.
Because this could be stopping them from progressing in their life, in many different aspects of their life. And they're not reaching their full potential.
No.
They're maybe halfway or even less.
Or probably
Yeah.
many of us less than half.
So the potential transformation can be huge.
Mayur, you went through this yourself though. I don't know if you remember, I remember. Now, you may not remember what I'm talking about. Remember your resistance when Rupal first came and told you about Master Shah? How long did it take you? Because you told me, my life was good. You thought it was good, right? You had done another technique, it was working. How long did it take you?
Well, I was fortunate because I received Tao hands. She gifted it to me.
I don't even know it.
Yeah, without knowing it. And then, so I had the opportunity to use it when I had a challenge, and that shifted everything. But until then, it was hard for me also to accept that, oh, I can do healing. So that experience. So do you think that this weekend could be that experience for everybody?
Of course it could.
And that could shift, unlock the gates for them.
It could be, but you know what's interesting, Mayur? I contacted some students here in London before I even got here. When I told some about the event, like Jamie was like, right away, I'm there, register. Then there's some on the fence. And then there's some, they've got all the reasons why they can't come. And before, I might have tried to transform these people harder, knowing that these are their resistances, their blockages. A lot of them are like, okay, that's great. Have a good time. There is a potentiality for a huge transformation. I mean, there was even one that said, I need to focus on my healing. And I just said, this is what this whole event's about. And so people are blocked in various ways. And when there's great resistance, there can be great potential growth. So we've seen it time and time again. And sometimes people get instant results. Sometimes they feel like they get partial results. Some don't even notice the results. But something could shift.
Mm-hmm. So today, do you want to take somebody from the audience?
I definitely want to do some demos today, but not yet. But if you want to be a demo, type in yes. Type in yes if you want to be a demo. And you know what's great? You just tell them if you want to be a demo, type in yes. They want to be a demo, but they don't even know what the demo's for. But sometimes you know what the event's about, you're like, oh, I don't know. But what I want to say about the mind is this. And what I want to say about you is this. I can guarantee, I can't do a lot of guarantees, but I can guarantee you this. From the moment you're born to the moment you leave this planet, I can guarantee you this. You will always be with you. Is that a fair guarantee?
100%.
So, if you're not happy with your mental state, your emotional state, your physical state, what are there's a song, what, I got you, babe? You got you, babe. And that was the decision I had to make. It's just my life for OCD. The rest of my life, how am I going to have a family? How am I going to enjoy life? How am I going to have a career? My life's a mess at 14. How am I going to do this? So there comes a point in time where if you want a different life, you got to be willing to make sacrifices, make changes, make it happen. Because let's face it, the things that we can always say, oh, one day, or it'll be easier next time, or next time you're here, David, I'll come. I heard that from some people last September, and now it's the next time, and there's another reason. Because we have reasons. But you know what? If you want something really, really bad, and you have a possibility, you find a way. If you all met your true love life partner on the street, and you had to find a way to be free tomorrow night to have a date, or you'll never see him or her again, and you knew within your bones this was it, you would find a way. You would. You have kids, you'd be like finding a babysitter, you call your friends, you call your mama, you call whoever. But because we learn to listen to the conditions of our being and we live with ourselves, we accept suffering often and we just continue on because that's what we've been conditioned to believe. It's just this way. So, I cannot promise or guarantee anything you cannot promise or guarantee anything, because in Master Sha's teachings, there are Tao does 50% of the work, you do 50% of the work. And we've got to learn, we've got to grow, we've got to go through stuff. That's part of opening the heart, that's part of learning, the spiritual testing, the purification. You know, if you look at all the great saints, who didn't suffer?
Everybody. Jesus went through a lot of suffering.
Jesus went through a lot. Not only that, Jesus, I mean, it's interesting. People think, how could the disciples of Jesus doubt Jesus? How could the disciples of Buddha go against Buddha, right? Because Buddha had a disciple that went against him. Jesus had a disciple that went against him. Well, do you not doubt yourself? Do you not doubt your journey? Do you not doubt your guru, your priest, your whatever, your belief system? So, let's do some demos. Let me check something. One of the things about the demos is sometimes people look at spiritual healing as all or nothing. There's these beliefs I found in many cultures or whatever that if it's spiritual healing, it's like all or nothing. Like a 10% result sometimes is like it didn't work. Or 20% it didn't really work. Or 50% it didn't really work. Yet, there are people that will literally have a surgery with the chances of getting 30 to 50% better and still do it, thinking that's great. So in one method, this is great if you get a partial result. When it comes to spiritual, it's like, well, if it's not 100%, it didn't work. Or one blessing, it should be 100%. Why do I need 20 or 50? Even that shows you people's mindsets on the way things work. So, I want to do multiple demos. Oh, we only have to 8:15, huh? Maybe stretch a little bit. Maybe not. But I can't promise or guarantee anything. First, do you want to be a demo? This woman I had just met, I don't even know your name. What's your name? K. How do you spell that? K-Y. My mom's middle name is K, but with an E. Come on up. Okay, I want you to share your story. Do not think this is an easy one, okay? But let's try. She already took it off. That was good. That was very dramatic. What? Share your condition. Share what it is.
Okay, hi everybody. My name is Kay. I had a lipoma on my chest and just under my arm. And it's been there for many years, and I decided to have it removed. And I waited about a year or two for the consent to come through, so I had it removed in October. And whilst they removed it, they damaged my nerves, and my hand was paralyzed after the surgery. So when they did some checks, they did an MRI. They said they referred me to the Royal Orthopaedic Hospital, who deals in peripheral nerve injuries. So my consultant there, he said, I'll have to cut you back open. So I've had one cut there underneath, if you can see. So I've had a cut just under that arm here. That was from the first surgery. And then I've had the second cut across my chest for the second surgery. That was the first. That's the second, for them to see what was the damage to the nerves. The scar tissue compressed the nerves, and that's why they were kind of responding at all. So it took 4 hours to remove all the scar, which has left me with my hand still recovering. It will take a millimeter a day for the nerves to repair themselves. However, I've got a frozen shoulder from having kept my arm in one position. So now I've just come out of hospital on Friday again. Had to go in for rehab to have intense physio to help me to kind of get my hand moving and to try and, because everything's becoming really stiff. So if the nerves regenerate and the hand becomes stiff, then it's going to be difficult to even move it. So I've got to try and keep the hand moving and try and get the joints kind of moving. So I came out of hospital again. They've said they want to inject and put steroid injection into my shoulders to help the pain, because I've been in constant pain for the past 5 months. And I haven't had to stop working at the moment because it's just been unbearable for me to, just live life one-handed. It's been a struggle. It's been difficult. I have 2 young children, and it's just kind of turned my life upside down a bit.
What do you do for work?
So I'm a diabetes practitioner.
And so that means if you don't work, you can't earn an income, essentially, or you're on some kind of disability.
No, I'm on a 0-hour contract, so at the moment, if I'm not working, I'm not earning.
How old are your children?
So I have a 10-year-old and I have a 12-year-old, and I also have an older son who's 32.
So, do you honestly believe something like this could potentially help you?
I believe in God. I believe in healing. I have faith. So I don't know anything else yet at the moment.
Okay, can you show us what you can and cannot do with your hand and arm?
Okay.
Are you going to hold the mic, Parvinder?
So at the moment, to bend, I can only do this with my hand at the moment. I can move my thumb.
That's the most you can do?
That's the most I can do. But if I place my hand here, then I can bend it more. With the pressure, I can hold it.
You can bend what, the arm or the hand?
The hand more.
Okay. Just show us without pressure.
Okay, so that's what I can do with my hand. That's the most I can do with my shoulder without
Can you not move your body? Just move just your left shoulder. How far? Without moving the body.
That's the most.
Okay. I cannot promise or guarantee anything. I will try. And I will do my very best to see if I can help you. That being said, I will tell you very clearly, you tell me I don't notice a difference, I notice everything's fine, I will tell you need to practice. Like 2 hours a day or more. You're probably thinking, oh, why am I going to do 2 hours or more a day? It sounds like a lot, but when you've lost the way of being in your life, and you're dealing with the time frames you spoke about, that if something gets frozen or whatever, I may not move the arm, you have an incredible urgency. So I'd like you to stand up, Mayur. Maybe we can create a little space here.
They've told me around a couple of years before the hand actually gets recovered fully.
So she just said it will take 2 years, couple of years before the hand potentially gets recovered fully. They didn't say it would, right? Or they said it would, or they?
Well, they're hoping.
They're hoping. Okay.
I mean, there is some movement since, because it was totally, I couldn't lift the hand. I couldn't bend the wrist either.
Okay. You have lots of things going on. Can you face them? Put your arm to your side. Parvinder, Shani, course, Johannes, Mayur, whoever, watch. Online, watch. I can honestly tell you, this is not a simple demo. Okay? This is a more complicated case. All the practitioners, you chant, be positive, visualize the best outcome. All right, close your eyes. Silently repeat. We do forgiveness. You help a little. Dear, you believe in God, you believe in Allah, Tao, Source, whatever your name for the Creator is, fine. I love you. My name is, give your name to the universe. I deeply, sincerely apologize and ask for your unconditional forgiveness for all the mistakes my ancestors and I have made in all lifetimes, including around this health issue, whatever you may call it, damaged nerves, frozen shoulder, whatever. And I unconditionally forgive everyone and everything that have harmed my ancestors and me. I'm deeply grateful. First blessing. Tao soul light operation. This is not a physical operation. For everything connected to our issues. Nerves, nervous system, scar tissue, joints, hands, spinal column, whatever space, whatever soul house, whatever wide jiao, whatever is connected. My word is just basically very general. Start. Light opens her. Not very powerful. Fachi cord fell off. How? Thank you, thank you, thank you. First blessing. There'll be more. We check in. She may say, I noticed nothing. She may say, oh, dramatic, anything in between. Whatever. Great. On a soul level, something shifted. I can tell you that. Let us check in with you. What was your experience, Kay?
I felt healing in my arm. I feel less painful.
Less painful. I forgot to ask you, what was the pain level before?
From
0 to 10.
0 to 10, I think about 8.
What's it now?
About 6.
Okay, move your hand again. Move whatever you could not do before. Is that a lot more? Everyone, is that a lot more?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Move the hand. Let me try and... So it's more the bigger shoulder movement. Move your shoulder. Before you move it where? About there? Now? So do you believe?
Yes, I do believe.
That's already a huge significant difference for a frozen shoulder. But for a frozen shoulder, that's already very significant. I can tell you that now. It can take a very long time for the frozen shoulder. All right. We're not done. I tell you, this weekend, I can offer a bigger removal of Shen Qi Jing blockages. I have one-time authority this weekend. You got to be in this weekend. Send an order, remove Shen Qi Jing blockages for request. This is not an order to remove Shen Qi Jing blockages. Yet this is very powerful. Not done yet. Close your eyes. Tao Transformation Rainbow Light Ball, Rainbow Liquid Spring, to all the nerves, nervous system, whatever is damaged, to the heel, that's one. Wherever the scar tissue is, 2 or more. 3, whatever, okay, maybe more than 3. Whatever she needs in that arm, joints, tendons, ligaments, arm, down nose, whatever's appropriate. It's more than 3 treasures. Told you this is not easy. Could also be in the possibly spinal column. We can check it out later. Transmission. Join us 1. Turn on. Bless her. Can I have permission to put this spiritual instrument on your body? I just touch you. Everyone chant for her. Blessing as appropriate. Start. Hey hong hong a shi wang yo. Hey hong hong a shi wang yo. Continue. Hey hong hong a shi wang yo. 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 Hey Hong Hong Ai Shi Wang Yo. Hey Hong Hong Ai Shi Wang Yo. Hey Hong Hong Ai Shi. The Tao language. Ya 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 ya. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Ya 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 ya. Ya 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 ya. Ya 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 ya. Do 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 do. Oh. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Honestly, we could chat for 30 minutes. We just don't have the time. Okay. What did you feel or experience? Anything?
I felt again, I don't know, like a cold shiver.
Okay, can you move around again, please? Try and bend it. Could you do that before? And now? You couldn't do that without pain?
No,
And now?
I can do it here. Now it feels easier, much easier. I can do it.
Is there still pain?
No,
No pain.
no pain.
And that movement. What about the shoulders? Is there still pain up there?
It feels stiffness. I can't move it back. But, there's still stiffness. I can't move it backwards. But I can lift it higher than what I could before.
And it was a pain of what, 8 to a 6. Is it still a 6 or is it different?
It's still about 6.
That's okay. But no pain in that movement. Can you try and bend your hand without touching? You were bending, remember you were bending your fingers? Any change or is that the same? That's okay. Already improvement. Mayur, is it still up? It's gone. We'll use this. Would you have one calligraphy? Bring me one. This is a Tao field here. I want you to turn around, face it. Dear, this Tao calligraphy field, further bless you as appropriate for this issue. 2 minutes. Start totally silent. How? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, turn around. How did you feel that one? Anything?
I felt pain running through my hand.
And now?
Now it's okay.
Okay, can you turn around and move your hand and do whatever? What do you notice?
It's moving more than what it was before.
It what?
It's moving more than what it was before, because before I had to hold it to move it, so now I can bring it up a bit more. These fingers more than what it was before.
Okay. Johannes is going to come hold the calligraphy. Normally this is on this wall, but we already brought them down for the retreat, for the workshop this weekend. Johannes, come have a seat. No, sit down, Johannes. Okay. I want you to close your eyes. Put your hands on your side, just relax. I'm going to guide you. I want you to visualize golden light, higher dimension, coming into your whole body. You're washing your request, okay? When you breathe in, you're going to breathe it in. When you exhale, I'll chant for you greatest forgiveness. Don't worry about it. You chant with me, but the light just washed through you. Deep breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everyone in the line together. Greatest forgiveness. Forgive her. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Forgive her. Forgive her ancestors. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Forgive her ancestors. Heal her. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Heal her. Transform her. Inhale. 1, 3, 5. Transform her. Bless her arm. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bless her arm. Forgive her. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Forgive her. Greatest forgiveness. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Greatest forgiveness. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Greatest forgiveness. How. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Johannes. You could return if you could also help to close everything. Okay, open your eyes. And let's look at all the beautiful people. What was your experience with that?
I saw a light. I saw a golden light. It's peaceful.
All right, move it around, show us.
Take it back. Not as much, but it's there. Pain is there.
The what?
Pain.
Yeah.
The
That's way more.
More.
A lot more. But before you started, it was like, what, there. And now, that's a huge difference. What would your medical doctor say if you told him this happened in 20 minutes?
You wouldn't believe me.
It's okay. They need to hear about it. And move your hand.
It's bending a lot more. I wasn't able to do this without moving my whole body. So now I can move the hand a lot more.
Wow.
Can you believe this yourself?
No.
Overall, for this issue, how many percent better is it?
I think about 60, maybe 60 from what it was.
Whatever, give her a big hand. It's great.
I wasn't expecting this.
I know you weren't expecting it.
She didn't tell me anything about this.
I can tell you this is not the easiest demo at all. Because it's already locked, it's frozen. But we're dealing on the soul. Heal the soul, heart, mind, energy, matter, follow. But matter's stuck, matter's blocked, matter's not moving. To create this in 20, 30 minutes shows you the teaching of the universal law of Shen Qi Jing. It is not done. She's got to continue. What did I tell her? I told all of you before the demo. She may say nothing happened. She may say everything happened. But I honestly tell you, I already know when I come up here, before I select it, it's not 100%. My heart is not, oh, let me get 100% or nothing. My heart is, maybe we get 50% or more. Already a whole life changed. Because you have to remember what she says. If it doesn't start to move, she could lose the use of her whole arm or whatever. But right away, how many months? October, how many surgeries, how many whatever. Honor Western medicine. Do not misunderstand me. 30 minutes here with high-level blessings. Bam. She go to her medical doctors. Will she have the courage to tell them? Many people don't. Many people don't have the courage to tell their medical doctors or worry what they think. Whatever. It's her experience. But what I can tell you this is real. You can't lie. Arm move this high or whatever high, now move this high. She's still in pain. I am open to 100%. But spiritual message says in this moment, not 100%. So I say you should practice 2 hours a day. Remember in the beginning, Mayur, I said, when you come here, you sometimes have to question your whole life belief system and what you think is possible and what is not possible. Kay here gets to go through that process now. 100% she's in it. She's like, she said, you didn't tell me this was going to happen. But she has a choice. Will she come this weekend? Will she come back to the center? Will she do her 2 hours or not? It's up to her. We hope you will do the work. I know you're busy this weekend, but I'm here this weekend. You came tonight. I hope you go home and you change your whole schedule. I hope you go home to your children, your family, and say, look, this is what happened tonight. I need you to take care of whatever you need to this week, and I got to go do something. That's what I hope you do. But the mind sometimes will say, maybe next time. That's life. Give her a big, 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 big hand. I'm very happy for you.
Thank you very much. I just wanted to say...
Wait, microphone, they can't hear you. They can hear you in the room.
Pav told me kind of 2 days ago about this, and I said, I'll come. And there was, like, last minute,
I don't know, there's a green light.
my son had to go somewhere, and I couldn't make it, and I ordered a cab straight away, even it cost me a lot, but I just made it. For something pulled me here to come tonight. So I just wanted to say that there was, for a reason, something happened.
Give her a big hand. I hope you come this weekend, Kay. I also hope Satnam, you come too. I already talked to Parvinder. Satnam, you need to be there. Here's the thing. Come on back up, Mayur. I had no intention to do this kind of demo tonight. I was supposed to do a demo for the mind. But I saw someone incredibly suffering. Who wants to share? You want to share?
I'm gonna cry.
That's okay. You're good crying. Have a seat. Come up and share. Shani, share. 1 to 2 minutes. Mayur, what's my real cutoff time? Can we delay the next event a little? I should, because we promised a mind down mind. I really need to.
Hi everyone.
8:28.
So thank you, David. Thank you, Maya. Thank you, Master Shah. And when we started the forgiveness practice, there was so much light. The light started flowing as soon as we started the forgiveness practice. And I felt it in the head, and it went down your spine. And then when you did the first transmission, the first soul operation, I could feel the movement coming into the shoulder, down the arm. And I was trying to do a down hands blessing myself, but this hand was cramping. And I thought, oh gosh, like there's something happening in your heart, because I always feel. And then I've been trying to get you here for a while now, and I have been doing blessings, and I've been tracing, okay, because I am a Tao Hands practitioner, I'm a Tao Soul communicator, I'm a teacher in training, and there is only so much I can do with the amount of power that I have. So David has higher power, Mayur has higher power, and you come to the center, you sit in the field, you are blessed beyond words. And when you did that final blessing with the calligraphy that Johannes held, it was just, the whole body was flooded with so much light and love. And Master Shah was here blessing you in person. So thank you. I'm just so grateful. But I love this woman so much. I've known her for 31 years since we've had our boys together. And she is a fitness fanatic. She runs all the time. She doesn't stop walking. And for her to be, and the word is paralyzed. She's been paralyzed for the last 5 months. It's broken my heart. And to see this miracle today, I'm just crying with tears. So you have to be there on Saturday.
Microphone, stay there. Microphone. I can tell you, Kay got 34 treasures. That's a lot of Tao Rainbow Light treasures. That's a financial blessing. You can tell her about that later, okay? 34 treasures. Remember, I didn't restrict. Honestly speaking, I really shouldn't demo more than 3 to 5. Pretty much that's already on the max. I was very liberal on my in my speech there. Logically, I didn't think 34. So if I did too much, I just apologize to Divine Tao Source. They did stop me though. That was the last blessing. But really, she need now. Okay, you really need to now show your commitment and do your work, because you need many blessings to continue your process. And of course, you do your physical therapy, do whatever. But my recommendation is you be honest with them. They believe, they don't believe, who cares? But when you receive a blessing from God, from Tao, when you tell the truth, sometimes you get blessed even more. Shani, 1 or 2 minutes. Then I do a demo.
Congratulations. This was very big. What I saw happening for you actually was the immense amount of light that came. It was like there was parts of your field where there was like this negative information, and it was almost like hiding you or keeping something trapped. And with all of the blessings, what I saw was immense amount of accumulated light. And it was like it was setting your soul free. Because there was a part of your soul that didn't believe that you could have that freedom. And this was God saying, that was divine saying, the source saying, you have the potential for freedom. And these treasures, these blessings was your answer. There is possibility. There is so much available for you. Congratulations. Thank you.
Okay. Parviner, have a seat. You're going to be a demo. You're lucky. I have so much time. Have a seat.
For me,
Yeah, the only Parviner in the room.
I'm actually just like stunned with what's just happened with Kay.
I know.
I shouldn't believe it. I am.
So, very interesting though. I'm just going to be very honest. I was going to do a different demo after this one. Heaven told me it was Satnam, but I have no time to do that demo, Satnam. I love you. You should come to the workshop. But no more time. Mayur gave me 14 more minutes. This treasure, the Tao Golden Light Ball and Golden Liquid Spring for the mind, is a huge treasure, one-time authority for, everything Kega, I have authority all the time to do. This is a one-time authority. One-time authority for those in the workshop this weekend. Last time people found out what happened in the Tao Retreat and they tried to register afterwards. Workshop closed. This time, the Tao, of course, this is addition to the workshop. Tao mind, golden light ball, golden liquid string. Mind is consciousness. You have subconscious, conscious. Mind has abilities. Positive thinking, affirmations, manifestation, creation, intelligence of the mind. Mind has memory. The mind can be very stubborn. Negative mindsets, negative attitudes, negative beliefs, ego, attachments, doubt, trust issues, all kinds of issues. All kinds of negativities in the mind. How many people, you raise your hand, you have negativities in your head? We don't want negativities in our head. But negativities are in our head. Negativities can be in our head because they're in our mind, conscious, subconscious. They could be in our heart. They could be in our soul. But the mind stops many people from their journey. The mind can be one of the biggest blockages on the journey. And you don't even realize how much the mind is blocking you because it can condition you. Therefore, I call you all from my heart. I'm in London. I will come back to London this year. You can say, okay, I'll come next time, David. And you can be like those people who told me they'll come next time and they're not here next time. Some of you have real issues. You can't be there. It's great. I get it. It's life. Can't do everything. Some people, you have your mother's birthday party. You got to go do your birthday party. That's 100% the right decision. Don't question, I got to go to my mom's birthday party. That's a total 100% right decision. I can tell you that right now. But there are some people, they really, really just looping in their head, okay? Some of you really can't be here. You have a totally correct decision. I just want to say that. Don't misunderstand my words either. If it was my mom's birthday, and I'm in whatever, you get the point. Tao, golden light ball, golden liquid spring for the mind of Parvinder. Parvinder had lots of mind issues over the years. Don't think he had no mind issues. Many of us do. It's appropriate. Transmission. Shane, join as one. Turn on. Bless her. Radiate out to everyone. 2 minutes. One-time blessing for you, for your mind. Start. And let me check. Why was Parvinder chosen tonight? You want to know why here she's chosen? Because she brought her friend. And she served her friend. She gave her friend hope. She gave her friend away. So right away, heaven bless her for her unconditional service. Logically, I had no intention. I didn't know Parvinder was going to be here tonight. Or bring a friend. Shani, come up. Everyone, just keep your eyes closed. I have to do multiple things. The light radiates out to all of you, to your mind. Shani, share what you saw.
Congratulations, Parvinder. Congratulations. So this was very big for you. There was a message in your heart, actually, that was very stuck. And it was about wanting to be able to serve, but having the heart to do so, but there was something blocking it. It was not possible to do the further step. So when the treasure came in, it began to release so many memories from your soul, from your heart, and it began to open your mind to possibilities. And what I saw was that the treasures, the light from the treasure actually came to some of the neural pathways in your brain and began to put in some negative, transform negative information and put in positive, light-filled, almost like thoughts, like you had thoughts of positivity, of hope, of how you can begin to expand your service. And as the blessing is continuing, what's happening is almost like, it's like there is messages that are sitting in your heart. There are some that are sitting in your lower abdomen. There's some that are even like in your stomach. They transform.
How? Give Shani a big hand. How blessing is. And I hear, Parvati, you got 1 million lifetimes of virtue for that blessing. Give her the mic. What did you see? What did you experience?
Hello, can you hear me? So, thank you so much. It's just so grateful. I wasn't expecting anything. Even when you said who wants to be a demo, I was like, no, I don't want to be a demo. I just want someone else to have it today. It's just like, don't want anything extra. Grateful to be in the field. I just felt it was a high dimensional wave that came in. It wasn't just a golden layer that came in. I know that. And because I felt it, frequency was so fine. But I felt shudders going down my spine. There's clarity in my mind. I had a lot of foggy. I've been saying that I've got a foggy brain at the moment because I'm very confused with what I want to do. I'm supposed to be in 3 places on Saturday and Sunday. I will be at the Tao Centre at the. I'll be there. Yeah, I'll be there. He'll be there.
Hey.
Definitely, he'll be there. Bit of confusion. A lot of indecision been going on in my mind at the moment. And you're right about serving, sharing, the power. Yeah. Thank you. So
Give
grateful.
her a big hand. Mayur, final words from Mayur. Come on up. You have a mic though.
Thank you, David, for choosing Kay and Parvinder to be the demo people. And you know what David is doing? He's giving us hope.
God is giving us hope.
Yeah.
I'm just a
Yes.
vehicle.
Really, sometimes otherwise,
Can you imagine, Mayur? A person with OCD, never supposed to be able to be cured, be able to do something like this. This is just, I'm having one of those moments again where it's just like, this is, you know how people say they have big dreams? I would never have dreamt this. This is wild.
Yes. And this is all because of Master Shah. He empowers us. And to be able to do, these things, we are very, very honored and very grateful that we can use these powerful tools to transform challenges. And sometimes people suffer for years. Kay has been suffering for months, and she could have continued with her challenges even longer. But she has a real possibility to transform much faster now. Yeah. So,
Mayur, remember how we were talking and we shared the story about like your good karma also brings you to the possibility? Like she shared like something happened, her son left, she just got in a cab and paid for it. Too much money probably for a cab, but that's her good karma. Yeah. That's the manner. People say, oh, I have positive information, good karma. When does it manifest? This is an example of how it manifests.
And she took action.
She took action.
Yeah, and that is the most important thing. Because if you don't take action, nothing happens. So this weekend, if you haven't registered, take the action and come and join. And this is a journey. what we are going through. It's and we are receiving the possibility of transformation, and so it's there for you to take. But it's a decision only you can take. But we highly recommend that if you are able to, if you have to cross something off this weekend, do it later, if possible. Then come, join us. We'll be so honored to serve you. And anything is possible this weekend. There's going to be many transformations this weekend.
And it's going to be powerful. It's going to be deep. And just to be there, you're going to be in a field. The other thing is, when you're registered, even if you registered a while ago, some of you have, or you just registered tonight, you're allowed, as long as there's some spots left, to bring a new person for free. So for those of you registered, if you have any new people, like you saw Parvinder bring Kay, and you're like, oh my gosh, this person really could use something, bring them, prepare them, let them know what it's going to be like. And that's why we actually made this available. It's because what you saw, because Parvinder brought Kay. This is what was possible for Kay. And sometimes we're lazy. I can be lazy. We don't want to pick up that phone. We don't want to call someone. But Parvinder watched our friends suffer since October. We know people who are suffering. So if you are coming from our hearts, pick up the phone. As long as there's spots, you can bring someone for free. And they do get the included treasure as well. The free people do get the included treasure. So, and I saw Meena put something about consultations. Yes, I have consultations tomorrow and also on Tuesday. So if you want an in-person consultation here, you can do that as well. But get into the workshop. Okay. See you this weekend, everybody. Come to London. We love you. We thank you. Shani will give you a few final words.
Thank you so much, Mayur and David. What an incredible session in front of our eyes. We witnessed an amazing demo. We witnessed Kay's transformation story. We saw deepening and opening of hearts and souls. We were really very, very, very treated today. And I would like to also say that Mayur and David were very humble, because Mayur and David have many, many different transformational stories of people that they've served throughout their entire time with Master Sha. Mayur has, for himself, he's healed his knees. He had knee issues, and maybe he'll tell you the story later, but he has no longer got pain in his knees. David himself, within 1 year of meeting Master Sha, was able to heal his OCD, which is really unheard of. 1 year after meeting Master Sha. David himself I've seen him help people who have partial sight to have even more sight, to be able to transform pain in shoulders, arms, legs, transform really, really chronic conditions. So this is something here for you. If you can really see the possibility for yourself, then you can see that there is something available for you, and the opportunity is here in just a few days. So the link is in the chat. You can register and join, and you can be able to register, and you will include it as part of your registration, receive a powerful treasure which is called a transformational light ball for a system, body part, or organ, or something that's a health condition for you. You can receive that as included as part of the event. In addition to that, if you are bringing somebody for the first time, they can be here as a gift, so you can be able to share with them the experience that is waiting for them and for you. So it's an in-person event only. We'll be very, very happy, very grateful to see you. So please do join us over this weekend, the 28th of February and the 1st of March. See you soon, everyone. Love you. Thank you so much for being here. Bye.